Okay, so for this next exercise due next week, you're just going to hand in 5 of these sheets already for this next section. There's like 9 or 10 you have to do. So getting you to move along to work on your sample book without providing extra work. And then you can maybe spend some time on some catch-up if you're doing any resubmission of the previous work. But notice how, here's one of the examples, ethically acceptable photo manipulation. Or legally acceptable, but in this case we're talking about ethics. This would be the presentation. It looks kind of neat, right? And so I folded it so it's right here like that, because obviously if I didn't fold it, it would cover up what it is. So it makes the presentation a little nicer. But it's folded in such a way that you can actually read about this and see how young is she. It's about retouchup.com, where you can have this thing done. That's what they're selling. Now it looks to me like she's been touched up to make it look uglier.
It's left to right.
Doesn't it?
How do you know that?
It just looks like she's made up, or I don't know. It doesn't look real. So the question is, so here on the explanation, you would want to say, since you're advertising changing photographs and the software does that or the service does that, that's ethical, right? But is it ethical if this is what she actually looks like now and they're touching her up to make her look like this, saying that their software will make her look like this, the other direction? Is that ethically acceptable? It's changing the truth. That's kind of like NBC when they were doing a report on faulty gas tanks in Ford pickup trucks that have been exploding on side impact. So they got the cameras out, they got a Ford truck and set it up like you would a stunt crew and ran something into it, and it didn't blow up. So they got some pyrotechnicians involved, and they took it again and blew it up. Is that journalism? They altered the results. They altered the video, didn't they? They staged it. That's the ethical issue. I think I mentioned that I took a picture of a large forest fire once, and I had a nice picture in my mind of the shot that I was going to use in the front page when I went back to the lab and developed everything. And there was that picture of this huge bulldozer that used to bulldoze a fire line, and he had all these guys in masks and big pickaxes, and they were all in military fashion, ready to fight the flames, and the big clouds of smoke and flames coming up from behind, and an airplane going by dropping retardant. Great picture, right? I went back into the studio, the dark room, and I developed them 12 rolls and looked at every one of them under my loop, and there's that airplane dropping retardant, and there are the guys in the masks and the pickaxes, and there's the huge bulldozer, almost like a tank. But the picture didn't exist. I had put it together in my mind, in all the excitement and all that. I'm taking all these pictures, and that's what I saw, right? Now, every one of my pictures told a story. If I had done an essay on that, it would be able to convey what I saw, right? So that's journalism. But I didn't have Photoshop back then. If I had used Photoshop and made a collage and merged them and made it look like that picture in my mind, is that an ethically acceptable photo manipulation?
Yeah, that's photo manipulation.
No, it's not. Because it really wasn't a photograph. I would have to do what? I would have to say this was manipulated. Treat it as a piece of artwork, as an illustration for an article, but not news. You follow me? So my question is, yes, it's acceptable. You can do it because the product is, and people know about that. But it looks to me like if they did, I don't know, but if this is manipulated backwards, if she were aged, saying that, hey, we can unage her, that's not good, is it? And of course, you know about the skill of the artist. It doesn't look to me like this artist is very skilled at all at this, but it might be. It just... It just be that she really does look that bad. Okay? So you're just going to fill out some explanation here that ties in your understanding of the issue, this issue here, that you find an example of.
So in that example, you're saying it's okay?